Missed me last week, but I'm back. No, Bryson Tiller said. Don't get no better.
Hey, he said a lot of things, bro.
That is funny.
Don't.
Yeah, I definitely thought you were saying that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Exchange.
Double this shit. Exchange me for Matt. Huh?
That's not what I meant.
Right, wrong
This
song.
Mio is warm as hell. I just been sitting in my car all day.
It's a Mio.
Mio and water,
I'm thinking it was like
protein.
We definitely cannot hear you, big dog.
You can't hear me?
There we go.
Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah.
Where'd the cover come from? It wasn't there a second ago.
Oh, shout out, John.
Wow. Pulling off magic tricks in the Wholesome house.
We in this thing?
Now you see
Sir.
me, now you don't.
Welcome back to the Wholesome house. I know that I'm
we
glad to
back.
be back in the Wholesome house.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy
Yes,
Z
sir.
Breeze in the building. Who else we got today?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We got Wavy J in the building, man. Water boy. So grateful to have you back, bruh.
Yeah, I appreciate
Feels
that.
like it's been a minute.
Hey, every week, man, it's like it be going fast, but for the show, it be going slow.
For sure.
Yeah.
Indeed. And we got March in the building. I'm just going to come out and say it. I have something that I'm working on that I plan on dropping soon. Hopefully I can drop it on my birthday.
Stay tuned.
It depends on how I can figure out this
Coming soon.
this distribution thing. I'm going to use that as my intro because I said last week my intro will be better. So, yeah, I'm rolling with that. Yeah, I'm not saying that part this week. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it's also Benjamin Lane, the soundbite surfer. I got a hat on because we were supposed to shoot Troy's birthday episode, but I guess we're not today. We got something else coming up. We're gonna pull an audible. But yeah, we got all that stuff coming soon. I don't know what it's gonna be quite yet, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic, and it's gonna be the most entertaining thing you've ever seen because these are very special birthdays.
Wow.
So yeah,
Facts.
let's get into this episode today.
I'm coming in with the first topic today, but I want to wish my man a happy birthday because when this episode comes out, you'll be 24. Welcome to the 24 hood.
4.
Big
Yeah.
2-4.
You know,
Yeah.
so make sure that you thank my man, wish him happy birthday. You know, like, share, subscribe, and comment. That'll really make their birthday pretty special.
I'm saying.
Even put it in the comments just so I know that you listen.
That's
to
all
me,
I
what I'm
want for
saying.
my
Or
birthday.
tell 24 people to do it too, man.
Share. That's all I want.
That's all?
Share
me.
something. Share your favorite clip.
Show
Whether it's
some
this
love.
episode or last episode, it's gonna be something.
It'll be something, bro.
It's gonna be something in there that's shareable for sure. So
me.
share
Indeed.
that for both of us as the birthday boy. So yeah.
But yeah, I'm coming in with the first topic today. I was thinking about this last week because when I had to call the audible and miss last week, I was driving up to Saginaw to visit family.
Okay.
And you know, things got a little risque, you know,
Oh.
in the car. So my question that I wanted to pose to you guys was, what is the most? How can I phrase this? I want to phrase this good.
Risque.
What is the most extreme or unique measures you went to pee when you had to pee really bad and your bathroom wasn't readily available? What is the most the craziest that it got to get to that toilet or to get to the leaf? So I don't know how you was
The
doing.
least. Oh Lord. Dang, has it ever been? Yeah, I hope that's not where what happened this past week for you.
With me?
You was on your
It's crazy though. It's-
Madagascar, getting in tune with nature,
Hey.
wiping with a leaf. But that's
never wipe with a
that's
leaf.
actually very fitting, given that our last episode had a lot to do with wiping. But
white.
I would say wipe it down.
Wipe.
You know, the most. I don't know if I could consider this to be crazy. But you know, back in the day where, you know, our generation, we used to play outside as kids, you know. I hope the kids find their way outside these days. I know everybody got their iPads and their Tic Tacs and whatnot and whatever.
Go for it.
Gadgets and doodads.
Gadgets and doohickeys and whatever.
Wow.
But we used to be outside, and you know, I used to just be outside like all day. Like in the summer, like I
We
just
sound like
be.
our parents.
Hey, man.
That sound old.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I used to just, you know, I'd ride my bike somewhere maybe or whatever. And so yeah, this was back in like early middle school or so, and I used to ride my bike to the homie's house, and we would just go swimming and just like spend the day. And so this is like,
You can swim?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah, we
elite
talked about
man.
that, yeah. And essentially, yeah, I just really had to go to the bathroom, and I don't know where we were. I think we were at. There was for some reason, like his, like where he actually lived, it was like a apartment complex or like condos. For whatever reason, like we couldn't go into his, and there wasn't a bathroom in like the clubhouse where we were swimming. And I'm gonna just cut to it. I just saw some. This is gonna incriminate me a little bit, but I definitely just saw somebody like I did it kind of like a dare, high key, but I saw somebody like go to take their dog out and they left their door unlocked. Wow. And so I was like, yo, how fast do you think I can get in and out? And this is like a condo, so I'm like, all of them are, you know, like the structure's the same. So I'm like, I know where the bathroom is because I know. You the serial shitter. Oh my god! I didn't do it. No, I just had to pee, bro. Relax. Yeah. But, yeah, so I was just like, I did the dash. I just ran in, and
you made it.
I made it, and my fear was like, what if they got like a kid or like somebody just like sitting on the couch
or a dog?
I mean, no, but they took the dog. I guess they could have had another dog, but they took the dog on the walk, and it was like right as they started the walk. So I was like, okay, I'm sure I got a good chunk of time.
10 minutes.
Wow. And yeah, and they had a really good smelling soap. That's the only thing I remember about that experience. That was like very specific detail. But yeah, I knew exactly where to go.
Knew the layout.
Downstairs bathroom, and I did what I had to do, and
a perfectly
lived to tell the tale.
Accomplished heist.
Yeah, so that's probably the most interesting thing I've ever done.
Hey, that's way crazier than I would have thought it would have been.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. When he said, yeah, and you know they left their door open, I said, whoa, it's a twist. Oh my god. No, mine is definitely not that crazy. I may have the least crazy
antics.
Ooh, for me, I think I was coming home from school one day, and it was like when I had first kind of got a key to the house, man, and
it's a big moment.
Yeah, and I choked because I definitely left the key in the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I had to go really, really bad. Thankfully, though, I lived by a kind of wooded-ish area, and, you know, took care of business. But that's what I'm saying. It's not that crazy, but I feel like everyone has had an experience like that. It's like,
especially
this past weekend.
A guy.
Yeah.
Hey. Yesterday, when I was dropping off the mail to the front door.
What? At your own.
Yeah, like all of the mail that hasn't got forwarded to a new address that's been piling up inside of our apartment because Tori doesn't want to throw away somebody else's mail.
You're telling the different details though. That I'm like I appreciate you giving the context, but like you were at your own home.
That wasn't really what I was asking.
I went on a walk to drop off the mail that's been coming to our address, drop it off at the front of the complex to their door.
Okay.
And then on that walk, I took a leak instead of waiting until I got into the crib because I was just like, why not?
You know, sometimes you do just like I said, you gotta get that.
Interesting.
Gotta get off.
Yeah. You just feel it's like you feel very in tune with that, like the innate nature, and just like this is what
life's about.
This is what life's about.
I feel like a cake.
I feel grounded.
Mm-hmm. My roots.
Yeah, exactly. We was kangs. We didn't have. we did what we did.
Oh my god.
We claimed our land.
We was kangs.
You want to you want me to slide in?
I can't think of anything that's too crazy. I've just thought of like just crazy moments. Like I've had to hold it for like just like a very long time, bro. Or for like
car rides,
them just. I was just thinking like just crazy car rides.
I definitely like surprised myself at how long I've had to hold it. Sometimes.
Oh
like,
yeah, bro.
Wow. Like,
you ever wonder if you've done like irreparable damage?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking about that lately. 'Cause I'm just like
lately,
like in that moment, it's not always necessarily pain. It's just a lot of focus. You're just like, I just gotta.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm turning the volume down on the music,
Facts,
bro. I'm just trying to focus. Like I gotta. I'm checking my maps, bro. I'm looking at the time, the estimated time to get to my destination.
Don't see anything about water. It's bad.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm not even thinking about myself at that moment.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like y'all set me up perfectly. It is. But are you
that was
okay. Yeah, you didn't really set me up. So
that was my plan all along.
Yeah, it's like I was driving to Saginaw to visit family. I just got off a 11-hour shift. I'll be trying to get off on time, so I don't leave my desk unless it's absolutely necessary. And then me kind of getting to Saginaw was kind of urgent, so it's like I couldn't cut any time. Like I had to be there at 2:00 for a meeting.
You could not dilly dally.
Yeah, and it's like I left during the middle of my work day to go there to come back and finish my work day.
Oh,
So it's like, yeah, I ain't really had no time to waste. So I'm just on the road to Saginaw. I get to around Holly, maybe like exit like 94. So I'm still like 40 minutes away, and my bladder is finna burst. So I'm in the car, right? So I'm thinking I could pull over. I'm like, no, that'd take too much time.
No,
that'd take too much time. I'm like, what can I do that's
playing a dangerous
faster?
game.
critical moments.
I'm like, I look around. I see a Sencha water bottle,
Okay,
pretty big, you know.
I was gonna say that's ample.
Yeah, ample
space.
size. It was the biggest size. You know, I'm looking around. I'm like, traffic ain't that crazy today. Put that thing in.
Well, you got leather seats though.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that would have been.
I ain't missed them.
I'm like,
Steph. But yeah, so I pulled out the Essentia bottle, put that boy in cruise control. I never stopped.
Wow.
Put that
Cruise
boy
control.
in cruise control.
I've
grabbed
never
it.
used cruise control. That would have been a
Ever?
day. That would have been a day I learned how to like turn on cruise control.
Exactly.
On my car.
That's how deadly it was.
You never used it?
No,
Why?
because I just drive. What do you mean?
I mean,
so leisurely.
it is very, very leisurely.
I've never
if I would
used
say
cruise
so.
control.
Wow.
Don't worry, we
All
show
my days.
We show
Save
you after the
Zach.
show. It'll say you long. Yeah, so I put that thing in cruise control, and then I'm like, okay, how can I pee in this bottle while keeping my hands on the steering wheel?
Yeah, this is a dangerous
So yeah,
game.
so I'm just sitting there, and then I got the bottle like this,
See the. Go ahead.
and I'm trying to actively pee in the bottle while I'm driving, and I did it successfully, but it was very difficult.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like. It wasn't like a Gatorade bottle, you feel me? Like it's not room to you like really guarantee the aim.
Yeah, right.
It was more like this straight intention, and then like as
He had to
Intention?
will. He had to will it.
You
What?
gotta do that mind to body connection. and
Exactly.
Really
No
just
way.
mind the muscle control. You know.
Facts,
You
like
be
that.
in the gym. You know what I'm talking about.
exactly type shit. So I'm in there with the pelvic floor. I'm just like a complete focus, like hey,
No
you
way.
can't fold me because the slightest movement, like boop. Now you peeing on the wall.
Because
Now
then
I'm peeing on
you
the
gonna
seat.
try to readjust and like
Miss.
get the aim back, and now it's going too far the other
And I'm
way.
still driving,
And
looking at the road.
and now it's just a whole sprinkler in your car.
Yeah, so
That's a risk right there.
yeah, so I ended up doing it. I would just boop, got it off. And then I took a picture of the road and the bottle in my hand, just in case like I needed validation and proof for this moment. Do I think I need to go that far? No, but just to confirm, it did happen. And
What
I
do you
have
think was
proof.
gonna be like? No,
Hey,
you didn't.
Wait.
You were expecting somebody to be like, prove it.
As I was doing it, all I'm thinking is, I gotta say this on this show. I gotta find a way.
That was what you were
No way,
thinking,
bro.
bro.
Literally mid stream.
You're becoming a content vulture like me.
I can't believe you tried. I can't believe you tried to breeze past
Everything.
that, bro.
me. Hey, I'm just all about the content, bro.
The part that
Wow.
like would have scared me is that like once,
Swerving.
Oh no, not so much because I feel like I guess yes, but the focus I'll be more concerned about like it's really difficult to stop like once you start.
Exactly.
So it's like say that the bottle like wasn't enough.
Oh,
You would have to take that pause to like find another bottle or
And I
something.
have no other bottles in
And so
got
it's just like
limited
if you see it start getting filled like
Like,
full,
whoa.
right? Your heart start pounding. Like wait a second.
Hey.
Holy.
It was enough room in there. It was like that 1.5 liter bottle. I don't think I
Yeah,
got a bladder
okay.
that big.
Yeah, no, that'd be dangerous.
But before we get off the topic of pee, how you feel about peeing in the shower? Yay or nay?
no,
Absolutely not. Don't do that. No.
no, I'm not.
I plead the fifth. On to the next topic.
Oh no, why?
Bro, sometimes you can't hold it, bro.
Yeah, but the
Oh, what you gonna say?
Bro,
You didn't know you
all you
had to
need to
go
do-
I didn't know I had to pee.
until you was in the
So I
shower.
was,
childish.
and then it's warm and it's just like flowing on me. I'm like, man, I gotta
Talking about,
pee.
well, I'm here.
Am I finna get out
You talking about that
and
drain
dry
just like
off,
a toilet?
or just wet the
You don't have to-
wet the floor up?
You ain't
Yeah.
never
You got,
just
you got a mat on the floor?
It
If it's an
depends on how your
emergency-
bathroom is set up, but you ain't never just like turn. Cause like my tub is
That's
right
a
next to.
distance. I'm peeing all over that in the between.
Can't you just say Steph Curry
If you
just
ain't
a
got the
minute ago,
range,
bro?
just say it, bro.
Right.
If you ain't got the range, just
Man, bro, Right? He called me. He called me. I be missing
It's some
sometimes,
trickle
bro.
involved.
Sometimes
That's
I
all I'm gonna say.
got to get the toilet paper. It's a crazy life, man.
It's a crazy life.
I think the people are gonna get tired of us talking about the bathroom. But
Oh, for sure. Indeed.
there's been a lot of.
Or are they gonna be
bathroom
like,
content.
that's relatable? Like, you know what? They're speaking.
I know y'all
to
be
me.
peeing in the shower.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely some like
shower
as
peers.
much as I'm not like as much as I'm like no, there's no toleration of shower peeing. I know for a fact someone's listening. Like
No, don't do that.
Someone's gonna be sweating like, yeah, bro. I would never do that, bro.
No, don't
Hey,
do
when
that.
duty calls,
There's a
I
toilet
answer.
right next to
You
you.
answer the call to action.
I got to, bro. That's just what I'm here for, bro. I'm
It's the
just
same shower you gotta clean.
get the people what they want.
that's the whole. It's like a mental thing for me because I get it. Sure, it's still a drain and like you're cleaning
Water.
yourself right then and there.
You're
anyway.
multitasking, I would say.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and yeah, you're
okay.
saving time. It's efficient, effective, blah blah blah.
Saving time?
But something about a little bit,
guess.
and also
It's right
like
there.
the argument how he was saying you got to get out and dry, or now the floor is whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I get it, but at the same time, it's just like in my head, I'm like, no, this is a clean space, and that is the
Listen.
waste space over
But
there.
then at the same time, because I'm like, it's not as clean as I feel like.
you would like to believe.
Exactly. So I guess then you could use that as a argument as the other way. So it's already, you know.
You
It
ever
also
seen?
might not even be that dirty realistically. You know how like that's something that I think about sometimes is like you know how they be talking about like oh a dog's mouth is cleaner than like
a human's mouth?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Oh boy.
I don't believe
Sometimes-
that.
You don't believe that?
I can't.
I feel like it's,
I can't.
There has to
Dogs
be
be
enough.
licking everything.
There's got to be sign. People have said that way too much. They need to bring MythBusters back or
On
something.
me.
I don't know.
Somebody bust this Smith, please.
Yeah, but I just feel like sometimes
How do you bust this
there's-
myth?
I don't know, but we gonna have to take.
You
Look,
find a dog.
Dog saliva to human saliva, put them side by side.
You gonna find a stray dog. Tell me, hey,
Hey man,
So I got a
job for you.
Somebody got a job for you, and only you can do it.
right.
y'all know the plasma centers. Like you can
Yeah.
get paid $50 to go donate.
Right.
It's only 50.
It's something very marginal.
Nah, y'all need to pay me a little bit
Sometimes
more.
it's like 35. I know some people.
What?
I know some people
For
who
me?
attend very frequently.
How
For
much
me,
is like sperm
for my
donation?
DNA.
Yeah, $35 for some plasma.
I feel
Does
like
anyone,
that's
does anyone
like-
know the prices of donated
that.
sperm cells?
Probably like $5 for real.
In no way.
It's not,
Bro, the
big.
chance
Like
of having
sperm
a
banks?
little, yeah, like
Ain't
the
for the
chance
$5.
someone's gonna, a whole
the
child
hot
is
and
gonna
ready?
exist.
Whoa.
Not that.
I'm just saying,
Talk
like,
about $5.
your seed is very disposable. You got 1 billion of them left in you for the rest of your life. Like,
Dang.
it's like, why would it be worth a
But
lot?
it's only one of me.
It's
Exactly.
a lot of
It's
a lot of
only-
men in the world.
And they all don't make it.
They don't make what?
I'm
Yeah, I
saying when
don't-
you,
yeah,
you know,
it's got to be the strongest. It's got.
They're not looking for the. They're not
the
looking
single
for,
swimmer. You feel me?
What was I finna say? Y'all seen the other guys?
Which one is that? Because I
Will
get this.
Ferrell?
Will Ferrell and what's the other
Mark
guy's
Wahlberg.
name?
Yeah.
Mark
Yes, I have seen this movie.
Yeah. So my comment about the peeing in the shower thing. You seen the beginning when they were like, aim for the bushes, and they jump off the building
Oh,
and
and
die.
Yes.
Hey,
Spoiler alert.
Hey.
Ah,
It's like the very, very beginning of the movie.
Super beginning,
yeah,
bro.
But that's how I be with the shower. Aim for the drain. If you just out there just all over the place, yeah, it's dirty. But if you in the drain, it's like, how much you really got to clean? Steph,
They end up dead. I don't know how this help you, but all right.
the pee end up gone. Same
Like
thing.
they end
Talking
up
about
going,
out of
okay.
sight, out
I
of
can see
mind.
the connection. Okay.
I'll make it work. But that's enough about the pee boy though.
But this is going. I was going to segue earlier, and the segue was going to talk about like, oh well, you used the bottle, meaning you didn't have the correct utensils, blah blah blah. So that's where let's say that's the way I'm segueing. All right, so. My first question is because I'm a kind of take this chunk by chunk a little bit. So I just want to open up first by saying, well, I guess I'll ask the question and then I'll give like the story of context and then see if it alters your answer a little bit. So, so my question is just, what do you think is like the most essential kitchen utensil? Meaning like either the utensils that you eat with or cook with. So like,
I love this
if
question.
you had to decide on like, oh, a ladle, a spatula, a fork, like tongs.
They're all in the same
or
level.
whatever.
I'm just picking one.
You're just picking one that is either like your favorite or just like
I like
the
this.
most important utensil that could be in your kitchen.
I'll go first unless y'all want it.
Wait, was there more? I thought you had more.
No, that's just the question.
No,
that's the
yeah,
question.
that's
That's
the
the
setup.
lead in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking fork.
Fork.
Because we don't never got enough of them inside the crib, bro. When something's dirty, the forks is usually always the first thing dirty. And I can make a lot of things with a fork. I can make eggs. I can flip my bacon. I can flip a burger with a fork. So it's like, it's so versatile, and it's always the first thing dirty, so it must be the most in demand. So forks for sure.
So you find yourself with a lot of spoons when you want forks.
Absolutely. And then I'd be mad because I'm too lazy, and I'm going to eat with that spoon, with something that you shouldn't be eating food with a spoon.
Wow, shouldn't be. That's very strong. Okay.
Like, what's something hard to eat with a spoon?
Ooh,
Pasta.
Steak.
Precisely. I eat meat with a spoon. I just be in there scooping it.
That's vicious.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's diced or something.
I was gonna say you just scooping
Just scooping the big thing
The
up,
whole-
balancing it on there. Just
that'd be crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give in to some of my more
cool ones.
impulsive thoughts. For me, it's definitely. Can I say like a set? I can't say a set of anything. It has to be one thing. It's all one thing, but
Are you saying like what, like a set of knives or
absolutely,
something?
indeed.
So we'll just say like a knife.
But
so
more
like
specifically, I'm gonna be. It's the big one. Got the handle.
butcher.
Big
Ooh,
Bertha.
pop, 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 pop. I'll be going crazy. You feel me? So that's.
I do be feeling good with.
I be feeling
those
powerful.
knives.
I be feeling like what's his name? Remy from Ratatouille. He be going crazy. So in my opinion, I feel like the knife is up there because you also need to cut a lot of things, especially when you're preparing meals. I would
That's
say.
valid.
So
Right, because what else are you gonna do? Just tear everything? Or
you could. It's not fun though.
I'm gonna just shred.
You
all
could, but that is not fun at
Yeah.
all. I don't know how people do that.
Chicken fajitas is hard to make.
Man, it's not even hard. It's just
Time consuming.
it'd be there forever. Hence, use a knife. But then again,
Technically, anything can be cut if you're strong enough, though.
Hey,
true.
Yeah.
good luck eating with that knife, Bucko.
Right. You can't scoop, or I guess you can stab some stuff.
You go stab it.
That's why I said, really giving into the, more intrusive kind of thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
Yeah, what
you
about you,
got?
John?
You said something that you use like to cut, because I don't know, when you first said it, I was thinking like a stove, like the actual like something.
No, it's
to-
I don't
the
think that's
But you
a
mean
utensil.
you just mean like the utensil? Okay,
Yeah.
and I
Like a
would,
tool or an appliance, maybe.
man, you didn't said the spoon.
I said fork.
Oh, you said fork.
Yeah.
You said knife.
You want a second to think, bro?
But what am I going? Am I going to say the spoon? I could say like a spork is kind of
Hey,
like
that-
a.
Do you
That's what
own a
she told-
spork?
I do not own a spork.
Come on, man. What?
I would probably.
When's the last time you saw a spork? I'll tell you when I saw it.
When?
Lemongrass.
They have sporks at Lemongrass?
This is perfect. for my
Wow.
topic. You guys are answering this.
You know, I
lovely.
definitely think the last time I saw it was like high school, bro.
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
not seen a
It's like
spork in a
school.
long time.
I'm gonna stick with a spork. It's
That's
really
the
it's
most
really
works.
it's really practical. It's a spoon. It's a fork.
Versatile.
You know what I'm saying?
That boy like the Giannis of like.
Can I also add to my
Ooh,
point, too?
I'm saying, man.
Yes.
I'd also like to say that the
Utensils.
knife, technically, is just like a small sword. So, what other utensil is also kind of like a weapon?
Spork
So
can
you-
poke you.
So instead
True,
of eating,
but is there a giant spork?
Instead of eating, you wanna murder
There's a
people.
giant sword.
I haven't
That's a good
looked,
point,
I haven't
too.
looked far enough into it.
what are you trying to tell
really-
us, Troy?
Nothing. I
No,
just,
that's
I
a
just
great
feel
point, 'cause
like
I'd be thinking like if somebody just burst in here right
with
now,
a
like,
giant fork, I might be nervous. I might be
That is
nervous.
not. No,
but with
I'm
a sword,
saying
for
if
sure,
someone
it's
broke
bad.
into my house, like what am I grabbing first?
Oh, a giant fork. All right,
Hey, a
Troy.
pitchfork, I get busy.
Ooh, a pitchfork is a great idea. Low
pitchfork.
key.
I get busy with them.
Why is pitchfork like the weapon of mobs? No, like anytime there's like a like an angry
They gonna
mob,
stick it to you.
I'm like, none of you are farmers. Where did you get this pitchfork?
Facts.
They do, yeah, bro. They be handing
Get
them
this
out,
item
bro.
from.
Like,
But you all actually answered that so beautifully because it just leads directly into where I was going with this. All right, so literally like every single one of you like hit something. So, I started this question because I have one fork. I own one fork right now.
We have two.
And it's literally thank you, bro. So I'm not alone.
What?
It's hard.
that's crazy, bro.
What?
I've only
Hold
ever
on.
seen two
It's
forks
such a
clean at one
struggle,
time.
bro.
We might have five. But I've only ever seen two at the same time.
Bro, I be throwing them away on accident or just losing them or whatever. And they just like over time, you know, the forks are just gone. And so
threw away the fork. He just ate everything. He's just like,
so originally, like I would
one fork.
at some point, if you would have asked me this question forever ago, I'd have been like, oh yeah, fork easily. Like fork is for sure the most useful thing. But like I've had to learn how to use other utensils to do everything else. So I'm like, dang, you could do a lot with a spoon, but you can't eat soup with a fork. But you know, so it's like I can do pretty much everything. It's not as well, but I could do everything I need to with a fork with a spoon. But a fork can't do everything that a spoon can do because you can't eat soup or like, you know, liquids.
So you need two spoons. You gonna use them like a spatula. You gonna grip the meat.
Hey, but
like tongs,
realistically,
bro.
it's possible though. Like,
Yeah.
but a fork, it's simply not possible.
You can't eat nothing liquid.
You can't, or else like it's literally like it's gonna be super duper long. Like you're gonna be
Forever.
It's gonna be a drop at a
Yeah.
time.
You're gonna savor
Can't
that,
do that.
bro.
Yes.
Maybe some chili though. You can eat the majority of the chili. You just can't get no.
Yeah, and then you gotta like drink it. Yeah.
Yep.
But so that
Spoon's
got me
classy.
thinking, and just, you know, obviously be like, wow, you know, what if we just started using utensils completely different? Like how more effectively could we eat a meal and blah blah. And so then I did start thinking about the spork, and I was like, okay, this is why the spork was created. I did obviously went down a whole deep dive. I found out the spork was created by Samuel W. Francis in like the 1800s. I just was just like researching just because I was just
In the
curious. At this point.
1800s?
Yeah,
Is that
but
old?
at this point it was literally a spoon, and they just like it was basically like taped together. So it was like a whole thing that was like a spoon, a bunch of like little pointy pieces, and then like it also had like a little knife on the side. Bro, the prototype was awful.
It was like one of those, it's like those pens that you click and it's like the different
Yeah,
color words, bro. It's got the different.
it looked so gumpy.
Don't use this.
But so then I was just like, you know, at that point I was like, okay, well, first and foremost, I just was like, I value the spork so much more, but it is unfortunate that like you don't come by a spork too often.
True.
And it's like you don't really see actual like silverware sets include a spork.
I've never seen a
very
metal
often. Yeah.
spork ever.
And shout out my team. I don't know if they're listening, but I did ask them this question. And apparently there's like someone on our team, shout out Katie, she goes camping a lot. And I guess there's some type of wooden version of like everything all in one. So I need to figure that out. Hopefully I can find it and like order that. But anyway, that led me to the question of, okay, well, what if like a spork didn't exist, or like the idea of a spork was taken off the table? Like what two other utensils would be like as efficient or as clutch as a spork is? So like if you could combine just a fork and a knife, or if you could combine a ladle and a tongs, or like a spatula and so like
I'm making a spork.
yeah, so like think about, but like the
Not a
spork
spork.
is not a possibility. So
Right.
like if you like your cutting knives and Zach liked his fork, like you could create a nork. And so like, I was just like, that's the question. I was like, what would be like the actual like goated utensil if you could combine two out of like some of your answers of like other things?
I'm going fongs.
Excuse me? Pardon?
Fongs.
So a fork and a
Thongs?
tongue.
Fork and tongs.
Oh,
Let
fongs.
me see
Fongs.
that phone.
Aw.
That don't. Fong.
Fong, fong, fong.
That does not roll off the tongue. But okay.
I'm going fong, man, because it's like
Fong man. Fong. Fong man.
Well, you scared?
I'm going fong because it's like I can cut things with the fork. It takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But I can kind of cut things with the fong, and then also anything on a grill got that handle. Why?
Oh,
tossing
facts.
that thing,
Yeah.
flipping that thing over. So that's good.
So you have the eating and the cutting like sides.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then with tongs are kind of like bowl shaped at the top. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
then boom, I'm eating soup with it. So now I'm covering every base. I'm able to cut things. I'm able to pick things up, and I'm able to eat liquids.
Yeah, I was thinking something like some type of fork cup type of combination.
And I would just like the tongs. I like tongs. So fongs. Final answer.
Fongs. Okay.
Taking his talents to
And it sounds
Fong
like thongs.
Beach.
So two for two.
2 for 2.
The Fakini bottom, indeed. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to, like I said, try and merge like a fork and a cup. It's got to be something that can
That's
like
basically a spork. That's a deep spork.
like
It's
a
a
deep
fuck.
like a deep
Fuck.
um
Fuck.
You gonna drink out your fork?
So yeah, bro.
That sounds crazy.
Or the other side of it. It's got to be. I don't know what I could use to like get like the liquid stuff, like the soups. And
It sounds like it's very large. Also, if it's part cup.
Yeah, I was imagining like a smaller type cup with it.
Maybe
or
a measuring
something.
cup.
Something small.
A measuring cup with some little fork thingies at the.
Yeah, it got some jagged edges. Yeah, in case anybody try them. Go crazy.
So a measuring fuck.
A measuring
fuck. Fuck.
I don't know if I'm gonna go with the trademark on that one, bro. We gotta test run some names.
You know,
but
I was just trying to help out, bro.
but we gonna keep that on we gonna put that on the board, bro.
It's a C choice.
I give it like a B minus, like a B.
Hey, what you going with over there? Measuring fuck.
My combination is definitely sorry for those listening.
Give it a nickname.
I was here just thinking. Hey, I'm trying to come up with the funny name of it. It's still absolutely knives, but it's like I guess we're gonna get more chaotic. We're gonna go with knives, but they're tongs.
Tong.
So fongs.
Wait, knives?
Kongs?
Wait.
Kanongs?
Kanongs?
Dongs?
No, nogs.
But the idea is I can cut,
Types.
but I was more specifically thinking of I have this it's like a fajita grabber. No, it's not a fajita.
The crab.
I'm sorry. It's like tongs, but it's for bread specifically, and it helps me when I am making tacos and I'm cooking stuff in oil, so I can just grab it, and not be.
What's the difference between it and just
It's flat.
tong? Okay.
So that's kind of where my mind was going initially, because I'm like, oh, that with knives, so I can in there, but I can also cut it up too.
Yeah.
But I also was thinking but I immediately axed this idea because I thought it was stupid. Like pans don't really count, do they? Or would they?
Nah, that's more of like.
I was gonna say if I could like cut something and then put it in, that'd be kind of cool. But I think that'd be a hazard. I feel like that's a terrible idea. So yeah, I'm going with my
Typh.
Typh.
Typhs.
I like kanong.
all of these are pretty rough.
Hey,
Sound
keep them
like a
canongs away
sharp
from me, bro, because
pickup
I'll
thingy.
fall on it.
Oh, we.
Facts.
Man.
Very clumsy.
So I was thinking a ladle. So it'd just be a knife and a ladle.
See, knife yet again.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like the knife you can obviously cut. You should be able to stab most things. That I
Do what you
can't.
gotta do.
And then a ladle is very deep. So, like a ladle is deeper than a spoon. So I'm thinking all the stuff that's hard to eat with a spoon that I've had to struggle with now is probably a little bit easier with a ladle. So like pasta or something, like if you really kind of like you have more room to kind of get in there and actually like scoop it. I think that's kind of the struggle with like something like a steak. It's gonna fall off or like it's not big enough or whatever. So like a ladle, you could kind of get a little bit deeper. So I guess it would just look like a ladle, but then like it will like come to like
Stabby.
like it would come to like a really sharp
for our
like,
audience listening.
right. I was doing the motion with my hands of like showing
a
what it
cupping
would
motion,
look like. A
but with
cupping,
some-
but very oomphy,
with some
like sharpness to it. So yeah, it would come to like a very stabby point, and I think that would be very effective. But
Indeed.
yeah,
Wow.
so
This
I
was
say all
funny.
that to say, forks are great, but you don't need them.
But you do need knives.
But you do need knives.
But you do.
Yeah, spatulas are nice too, but I think I could do a lot of spatula things with a ladle as well.
All right, the fong just gonna get over on all y'all. So
Fong.
fong.
Nah, but I actually do like all of these. And I can only imagine what seeing our creations in a store will look like.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
crazy.
Probably
If we
wouldn't
could
wanna buy
actually
it.
get all this. Yeah, I would definitely like. If every other utensil still existed, I'd still be like, what's the point? Like, why would I ever purchase this? But if that, like was a thing from the jump, I'd probably be like, yo, this is as genius as a spork.
You say this guy was thinking.
Man.
He was on to something.
But you know what you don't need any utensils to do?
I think I might.
You don't need a single utensil to like. You don't need a single utensil to comment or to share. So, hey, just give it a quick reminder. You don't need none of these tools. All you need is those little thumbs. And if you don't have a thumb, I'm so sorry, first and foremost.
Your nose works.
But if you do, you probably have a couple other fingers. Or like Zach said, you can use your nose.
Either way, we appreciate it. And we will accept your patronage.
Yeah,
Indeed.
absolutely. But anyway, what else we got today?
Okay. Speaking of... See, this is why I'm not the segue sensei. But instead, I think today I will be Mailman March. Why am I Mailman March, John?
Why are you?
Because I got some news to tell you. So, I don't know when they actually did this, and maybe y'all also saw it, and those at home
I've heard
also
about
saw
something
it.
about a mailman today.
It's not about mail.
Okay.
I just used that to give my point across. Sorry. I appreciate you though. But supposedly we now have audio of what the black hole, I guess, in the middle of the universe sounds like.
Oh man, I think I saw something about that.
Did y'all see anything about that?
No.
You did it.
It sounded like the Mummy.
Right?
No.
Hey, that was our first thought.
Okay, so I was gonna say we can like put it in there so people can hear us listening to it.
I'm about to find it real quick. If I still got it on here, I don't. Oh no!
How did we get a microphone that close to a black hole without it getting slurped up?
Why did we think we should record this?
Also, wait, yeah,
Bro
no,
said I
thought,
was set for this. Crazy.
I thought like it was silent. I thought space was silent, isn't it not?
Exactly. Okay, wait.
Ain't nothing to bounce off of.
I think it's.
I don't know if
Yeah, I can hear it.
it does not
put it a little
sound
closer.
good.
It sounds like something.
It sound windy.
Movie.
All right.
It sounds vicious.
So now that y'all have
I'm
heard
scared.
it, so yeah, what do you think what is the origin you think of this sound?
Oh, the lost souls.
Now that would be a plot twist.
I think it's really just like the kinetic energy of the whole, just like audible. Like that boy is like, there was a lot of force behind this.
Yo.
And it's
I know
it
something.
creates a sound.
Wow.
Yeah, all the powerful things you could think
And
of.
it just happens to sound like,
like wind swirling. Yeah.
not like wind swirling,
What does
but
it sound like to you?
It sounded like some howling.
To me, it sounded like.
I thought we definitely got some tenor in there, some
Yeah, facts.
For sure.
It might be a little ghost in there too. You know?
Ghost are there too. Man, that sounded like a lot was going on, bro.
I'm saying.
We living through some type of dramatic whatever, bro. Something sounded like it was on the other side. It sounded like voices or something.
I believe it sounded like the past, the present, and the future all at once.
I'd be shook at that, bro.
Wow.
I think it's the sound of everything and nothing happening at the same time. Because from our knowledge, a black hole is a deep abyss. However, things can get sucked into it. So it's a combination of everything that it has ever swallowed.
Wow.
Mixed with the deep, dark emptiness of the rest of the space that it occupies.
All that kinetic force and vortex. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for adding me in there.
Yes. So I think it is a combination of, emptiness. Because, like...
And you're deaf.
You know when, like...
The emptiness got some tenor.
Silence is really loud. Like when something's... in the movies, you'd be like, it's quiet. Too quiet. Like, or just sometimes, you just like...
Eerie.
Yeah, you just like, I don't know. It's just like almost like a feeling and like a frequency when stuff just kind of, I don't know. I remember, never mind. No, I was just gonna say, I remember there was one time where I said something that was like, this silence is really loud, and somebody was like, that makes no sense, and I was like, yes it does, and it just stuck with me. But it's real. You can't define my experience. Anyway, but yeah, like silence can have like that frequency and that feeling. And so I feel like the sound of a black hole is that amplified. But again, like I said, because it does suck things into it.
You say suck with so much force.
Because it sucks things in with such so it's such like a a velocity. Wow. So it's got to be. It either has to have in my opinion, it either has to have a bottom or it has to have another end. Like it might have an exit of another black hole, and so maybe it's just
a tube.
Yeah, a big tube that's like really, really far and wide. And it sounds really inappropriate.
You've been going crazy for about 3 minutes now.
Hey man,
this black hole that's super deep.
This black hole on some freaky shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
This is the Wholesome House.
All right.
But yeah, it could just be this really, really big hole, and like stuff gets sucked either all the way through it, or it gets sucked on one end, and then it just combines in the middle, and it's just this fury that looks like Jimmy Neutron logo, like the nebula.
Just spinning.
Everything's just spinning in the middle, and it's just the sound of all the emptiness, the whirring. Whirring as a whirring, like the action of whirring, and it's whirring in the middle, and yeah, that's the sound of a black hole. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm sure like the Magic School Bus is probably there somewhere. it's so
by choice though.
So you say
going to a black
it's Frizzle, isn't it? It's like
that's why they had to cancel
that. I'm saying, bro, when the last time you see anything new about the Magic School Bus?
When's the last time that they rolled that TV in the classroom? It's been a minute.
Right. Just so happened the last episode was about a black hole. Can't tell me different. They in there.
They in there, bro. They stuck, bro.
No way.
It's just been seasons of them just stuck in that black hole, bro. That we ain't even see. They just like, bro, we gotta get out of here.
The untold, uncut story.
Y'all know that? What's that picture? It's called. Is it called like Scream? The picture like that weird looking dude like this.
Yeah.
He in there just screaming.
Oh, he going dumb. Man, he trying to get a deal. He trying to get a deal, bro.
The hash slinging.
What do you think? What would be like an actual, like worse sound than that? Like, what is the last thing you would want to hear from a black hole if you were near it?
We've been trying to reach you in your car's extended warranty. If I heard that, I'd be like, oh, they are everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Do you or a loved one suffer from mesothelioma?
Oh my goodness, you're entitled for benefits, bro. If I heard that, I would lose it. I would lose it.
Oh my gosh!
I'd be like, space ain't real, bro. None of this is real.
Or my man's talking about, what are you doing? You need to get off the couch.
Watching TV.
A motivational speech coming from a black hole.
Like, bro, please.
How much lower can I get? Ooh, bro. But
it's like Ben said, you might be in there for a minute, bro. So you're just gonna hear it on loop.
I'm saying, but I actually will explain what they supposedly say this sound is. All right. So yeah, they the exoplanet. I guess Twitter. Oh no, that's not right. I'm getting this all messed up. This is why I'm not an actual mailman. That was just a segue for me. Okay, the sound waves were actually previously identified by astronomers, but have been made audible for the first time. Cool. So we actually knew these were out here. Scientists say that the black hole sends out pressure waves that cause ripples in the hot gas, which can be translated into a note. Oh, so we did this. Oh, okay. And also, to be clear, though, the actual note is one humans cannot hear. It's about 57 octaves below middle C. I think they did this on purpose. I definitely think they made it spooky on purpose.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And they're saying that they had shifted it to a octave that humans would be able to hear. So it actually probably sounds worse than that.
So they literally just made this up. Pretty much is what I'm hearing.
They made it tolerable because it probably sounds like
heinous.
Not heinous.
How did they do that though? Like, how did they make it?
How do they know it's even accurate?
I don't even know. It sounds like
what type of sound engineer? You know, that sounds like how could you be like, oh, we just need to do this and this and this,
right,
to make space audible.
He just threw a little reverb on it.
I'm saying,
like,
somebody walked in. Hey, bro, turn it up. What you mean?
They got some auto tune on it next.
Throw some 808s, bro.
Throw it through Pro Tools, bro.
Throw a hi-hat in there, bro. This what we need, bro.
No way.
This what they listening to in space.
He probably got paid some bread for that too. They were like, "You're the best audio engineer. We'll pay you."
That man made that sound up. Meanwhile, he in the studio talking about.
He accidentally deleted the recording. He's like, I gotta come up with something.
Right.
How are they gonna know?
All right. How would they know?
Me counting my money after I've made a fake space sound.
Right. that is the ultimate scam right there. 'Cause no one could check you on that. They're like, this isn't what it is.
Exactly.
I
They're gonna play it in reverse and
So
be
what
like,
does it
bro, I
sound
can't
like?
play it in reverse. They'd be like, I can't believe I scammed all these people, bro.
Yeah, right. He's saying that.
He's just singing it. Y'all getting scammed.
Y'all getting scammed, bro. It's ridiculous.
Y'all-
I
That
can't
would be
believe
I
it.
can't believe
I
y'all
can't
let me
believe-
get away like this.
They found out 200 years later he been passed.
Exactly. He gone. He's talking about by the time they figure this out, it's over.
My
with, bro.
grandkids eating off of
Living
this.
up in the heritage.
They doing good, bro. Y'all had no idea. Hey,
saying.
I don't know what this sounds like. I deleted the file. It's about, hey,
I want to make a TikTok with that sound of like, I don't know if you seen the trend where they just do the opposite of somebody's name, and so it'll be like white plug when when black hole walks in.
oh my god. And then it's like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
My favorite one was Giveon when Takeoff walks in the door. It's like, wow, give on, take off. That is literally opposites.
That's funny.
Genius.
Dang, bro. I wonder if they ever got that. Like they ever met and it was like, dang.
They
bro,
linked
like,
up like.
Hey, wait a minute.
I hope so. But yeah, what else we got?
I'll be honest with you right now. I'm kind of just thinking about the slide.
Oh, the giant slide.
The giant slide.
Hey
yeah.
man, that slide's been dangerous for years. I don't know what the whole
Man.
hubbub is all about.
They're like, the slide's open. The slide's
The
closed.
They were open. They were
Never
open,
mind.
closing and
Right.
reopening, bro.
They said,
They say it's a different slide, bro. They say it's this metal now, bro.
oh.
We got
Yeah.
new technology.
New technology,
This transformer alloys. They got vibranium and
Oh,
they got a
no.
whole new fresh coat of aluminium.
Just baking in the
But
sun
I'm saying, bro, what if somebody
with that extra speed.
was going down the giant slide, bro? You know it's metal now, and what if they had some like leak out their bag or leak out their pipe, some type of oil, some type of slick substance
yeah,
or
I think
something,
you're getting
bro.
into the thoughts right now too, for
And
sure.
somebody-
You
and
think it's
somebody-
Mario Kart
And somebody, bro, and I'm saying somebody just slip and just fly off, bro.
and fly, just
And
gone.
they just gone, bro.
That'd be crazy.
I'm saying, bro. And I'm saying, we were talking about that at work low key today. They were saying, man, somebody's gonna get sued. I'm like, man, at least we get to enjoy the Twitter vids
Wow.
at the moment, bro.
This is them boxes all over again.
Who would they hold
no.
responsible though? Like the city, or
Right.
Belle Isle, or? But the thing
Physics,
is, they
who
keep
knows?
saying that, right? Because they keep saying that like you're just not going down it the right way. Like they had a whole video of like the right. Apparently, you're supposed to like lean forward, and that keeps you from like catching air. And they showed the guy doing it, like a park ranger or whatever he was, whatever. But
what if he flew
Wow.
What if he was going down?
this man, he hit record speed.
Somebody he
Oh
did
my
not.
God.
He is
Somebody
no
he
longer
didn't-
on Belle Isle.
Somebody he did not hit. Somebody he is in the river, bro.
Like he hit the burners, boy.
He's gone.
Never saw him
We
again.
never see someone go that fast.
But that's actually crazy. I didn't know they.
Yeah, if you,
It's like got instructions.
I guess if you lean forward, like it's fine. That's I want
Wow.
to try it just to like put that to the test. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think like that's. Well, Zach, have you been on the slide?
I've never been.
I was
on
just
the
about to say
slide.
like that's like a
Oh,
Detroit thing. And
no.
I was like, wait a second.
I'm a second on cuz I cannot
Yeah.
say that I've
second
been
on
on it.
cuz.
Yeah, no, because I was just like, that's like
Staple to your
Yeah,
childhood. Like I've
absolutely.
been seeing it on my social
I
media.
know what that burn feels
Crazy.
like.
I just be watching. I be like, that look cool.
Yeah, I know what that burn feels like.
ain't
I
cool
know
right now.
Getting
It's hot.
right,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
it's
it's
hot.
very hot. I know what it feels like to get tumbled and then run right back up and just
yeah.
be like,
Did
You
y'all
know,
did y'all
kid
ever go
super
to Pump It Up?
yeah.
Y'all ever heard of Pump It Up?
Is that like a jump rope thing?
It's like a I think it was before Airtime and
Yeah, it was a big like
Sky Zone and all them.
It wasn't as trampoliny, but it was like the
blow up
Yeah.
thingies.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
never heard
think
of it.
I've been.
What? Really? I don't know. The slide just kind of made me think about it now. I don't
I
know.
mean, only been once maybe. It was for sure for like a birthday party.
I think I was invited to a lot of birthday parties at Pump It Up. You know,
I
wonder
hope
if there's
Joe.
an age
You think
limit.
Joe Budden get a check every time someone go there? Pump it up.
nah, I don't think so, bro.
Good.
Unfortunately,
I
not.
thought it could have been one of his outside ventures.
You never know these days.
Facts.
You
You
know what I'm
don't.
saying?
Ooh, we.
Hey, if after this he, buy some stock, give Wavy J a shout out.
But I do have one last topic. I think we should have plenty of time for this. I don't have much of a segue for it. I did for a second, but I completely forgot it when we started talking about the slide. So, oh well. But so, I guess we've talked in previous episode about like movies and specifically.
I like where this is going.
It's definitely not. It's not where you think it's going. So, just one of the things that has become like a staple of our upbringing at this point is, of course, like the Marvel movies and just the whole MCU, like the universe.
Yes, sir.
And so a part of that is now like release dates and how they always make like this big announcement about, okay, this is like the next phase.
Right.
And one of the things that always happens now for me, and I hope people don't think of this is kind of a morbid thought, but I don't want people to think of it as like a real negative morbid thought. But one of the things that I always think about is because these like release dates be like a year or two out like in advance, and like literally I laugh about it. And it's like a funny thing for me, so don't think I'm just like always thinking about death or whatever. But whenever like something like that happens, and it's like all these movies, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be good, and then the release date is like 2 years away. My first thought, I'm like, bro, I could die by then. Like is the world even gonna exist? Oh yeah, I was gonna segue into the black hole stuff, and then I was also thinking about the world spinning faster and all right. Yeah. And so every single time, we know
too much.
So now I'm at the point where like anytime something's like, oh, this is coming out like 2 years from now, my first thought is like, bro, I hope like we this is a little movie. I'm like, bro, we could be burning alive by this. And so then it just like made me start thinking about it makes me start thinking about like all like the really, really small stuff that like I want to experience before I die. So I guess that's like the question. So like try to stay away from like, oh, before I die, I want to see like my kids graduate college. Like I don't want
like in an immediate future.
Yeah, like
that we may not see.
What's like really small stuff that you think like you may or may not see? You know, one of the things for me, just to give you some more time, is like I feel like I would like to see the last iPhone, but I don't think I'm ever going to see the last iPhone. I think they're just going to, like they're just going to.
I know my answer.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I was just, but yeah, I guess that's just one of those things that I'm just like, I probably will never live to see the day of like the iPhone regime crumbling down. Wow. I don't think that empire, the Apple core, the scheming hands, the scheming hands of the Apple core. I don't think I will ever see that empire crumble.
So they gonna stay scheming forever.
But I would like to see, like what's gonna come after the iPhone. So it's something that I want to see, but I don't think I'm gonna live long enough to see, unfortunately. So, but yeah, you said you had an answer.
Yeah, for me, it is probably the ending of One Piece. If the world is gonna end in a couple of years,
come on,
hey man,
I
hope it don't end. But listen, this actually is a great. I think this was the segue I was looking for. It's an anime for those that are listening. I would recommend you to watch it, but honestly, you won't make it that far. I feel like if given this scenario,
so you
might just want to watch other things instead because it's very long. So hence the reason
you're not built.
I'm saying you need like the abridged version.
This is a marathon.
You need to like have no responsibilities for about a month and you
3 years.
No, not 3. But so yeah, I'll probably go with that just because it is ongoing and there still is quite a bit for them to animate. So
they talked about recently when it was going to end.
They did
Recently.
But then again, bro.
But you never.
The black hole spinning.
He might adjust that schedule. It might be like
they gonna bump it up a bit.
Like, yeah, bro. I don't have any time. I got like 1,000 chapters left to do.
I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, that I'd want to see. I was gonna say.
Like mine was kind of trivial of like entertainment.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Though.
That's what I'm going for. I don't want you to get too deep.
No, yeah.
Right.
What was I gonna say, bro?
Was it a show?
Zach, you can go. I had one I was thinking about. For sure.
Boop.
I'm saying, cut the cameras. Cut.
Yo.
One thing that I would hope to see in my lifetime, or something that I would look forward to, is
Oh man, go ahead.
I love music. So just kind of like I always say, like the peak of like my musical like love started in like 2010. I was 12 years old. So for me to know now all of the influences and like the songs that were sampled and all the pioneers of like, you know, music in the like the 50s and the 60s and stuff like that, I'm trying to think like, okay, 60 years from now, if I live to be that old, what's going to be like now the history books, like what's going to be the musical genres that have arisen and what cities are they landmarked in? Because you know, like hip hop started in New York, and then they tried to make like the Get Out, the movie, the Get Down based on that and stuff like that. So I'm like,
Right.
what's going to be that next musical sound that becomes its own thing? Like they like trap soul isn't really a thing. Like some people can say it, but it's not really a thing yet.
Right.
Like drill, that is a thing. But like what's going to be that next sound, and then like who's going to be the most heavily sampled people of the 2010s to 2020s 30, 40 years from now? I think that'd be dope to see. And I'd be like,
that's a really
I
interesting
lived it.
one too, specifically like sampling, just because like so much of the stuff now is
Is samples.
So
Man, everything.
I think that's gonna be an interesting like
10 samples later.
evolution, just
Man.
because people are going to become or start sampling samples.
Prince said
and then
the
it's going to
same
be
thing.
so much
did.
more difficult to like trace back. You know, like there's going to be so many steps and jumps and like layers and generations of like this was the actual song.
I'm like, do you hear this cowbell? That was me.
The
Back
beauty
on
of
this song.
the nice part about it, however, is that obviously we have so much access right now, and that's only going to increase in terms of just like the information that we can grab off the internet. And so I'm sure, I know for a fact, obviously they already have like websites that
Who sampled?
specifically like do who sampled and things like
Yeah.
that to allow. And
Genius does that a bit too.
and they're only going to get more efficient with that. So hopefully they actually focus and
Payroll
value
gonna
that
be
kind of
fat.
stuff. Yeah,
Man.
probably.
Hopefully.
They had 96 sampling experts on payroll. Just
Payroll gonna be
finding it,
thin.
finding it.
Payroll gonna be thin, my boy. Ooh wee. They all splitting that
True.
0.60 cent.
We're dog. I do remember what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is hopefully I'll live long enough to see this last Friday movie.
Oh wow.
They are actually making this.
Yeah, I mean, should it seemed like it's always speculation. Like it's
Yeah.
always like, oh, they started working on this or they got these actors to work on it. But bro, they've been talking about that for like such a long time, bro. If they could get Chris Tucker to really sign on and like tap
Yeah.
in with it, bro, that would be pretty wild. Because at this point, I'm like, man, that movie probably might not even come out. But
It sounds like the J. Cole and Kendrick album.
Right.
that too,
Hopefully
that'd be
we-
crazy.
Childish Gambino and Chance.
And Chance.
Wow.
Tune into the next episode of Wholesome House to find out.
is never coming out.
Never.
That chance of Gambino, never. I don't ever see
no.
that. Dang.
Well, you just had a pretty big reaction. What
Yes.
did you think of?
All right. So I say this as a Michigander.
I hope it's what I was thinking. Go ahead.
I want to see the Lions win a freaking Super Bowl,
that's
bro.
literally what I was gonna add.
And I know, and everybody listens and be into sports, but listen, in my lifetime,
bro.
I have not seen it. And I think, we should.
The draft is supposed to be here in a couple years.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is, actually. Yeah, that's going to
That's
be
cool.
Where's the
But
dub?
where's the dub?
Where's the dub?
Win.
Hey.
Where's the
Hopefully, I see the
dub?
Pistons win in person.
That
I would
be
love to
cool.
see the
Yeah,
Pistons
because
win.
like
Man.
04 happened, but I was 6. I don't care.
I know.
I'm
It was-
saying,
it was-
right, bro.
A Super Bowl or a NBA like parade in downtown, and we can actively be there.
I'm there.
Crazy.
I'm there.
I don't know. I don't care how much it costs. I'm gonna find a way, bro.
I'm probably not paying nothing. I'm there.
I'm on top of
I'm already under, boy.
bro.
You feel me?
Side talk DET, bro. No cap.
I'm camping out on like the rooftop of a bar like the night beforehand. I'm like, I'm already down. How y'all gonna get me out?
Right.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no,
wee.
that was definitely something that I would
Yeah.
love to experience, and really just for the cultural impact, and like that's all the stuff that I just really enjoy. It's like those real community events where everyone kind of shares the same
Facts.
like sentiment. I think even if we don't win that game,
It'll be
like,
the day of that game. I know everybody is watching this.
Everyone
the
is
same
watching
way I
this,
am.
and we are going to have a ball. Like
Going to go
everyone is just going to be
crazy.
happy that we made it there.
Man,
So yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
no, heavy on the Super Bowl, bro. I could not even imagine that. And yeah, if
That'd be fun.
we spin off our access or whatever in the next year. Yeah, you're right. That'd be one. That'd be one.
The Earth's spinning a little too fast. We'd be like, all right, bro.
But yeah, I think this is a good point to wrap it up. Again, just wanted to say happy belated birthday to my guys, because this is going to come out after your birthday. I hope that you guys truly enjoy it. Don't forget to wish them a happy birthday when you do see this episode, or if you're actually friends with them and know when the birthday is.
Hey, you're all friends. Anyone that's listening, I consider a friend.
This is true. Yeah. You're a part of our humble abode, so we really appreciate all the support up to this point. But this is Z Breeze signing out. Glad to be back. Can't wait for next week.
Oh, this Wavy J signing out, man. Happy birthday to you guys, man. You guys always have historically, you guys always have some really good birthdays.
This is facts.
This is
especially the 20. When was that when we was in Troy?
19.
Not in Troy, but
yeah, that was right. That was right after I crossed. So
yeah,
that party was pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie.
It was a fun party.
That was a good time, bro.
Lots of stories.
Never forget that Isaiah Rashad, bro.
Never.
You can't forget
that moment.
I was glad to witness that, bro.
But March, as I said earlier, as I hope you caught earlier, because it might have went by too fast. Due date coming soon. The whole point of it was for me to just get something out, because I have years and years worth of stuff that isn't entirely trash, that I'm trying so hard to get out. So if you bang with me, check it out whenever it drops. I'm trying to get it on this Friday. Hopefully it works out that way. And we're going to do something for our birthday, so I'll save the real sappy stuff for that. We're going to figure out something. I just feel it coming.
You going to drop a tear?
Maybe. I don't know.
Got to tune in and see.
I'm signing out. And I'm telling y'all, I also want to shout out to all the other August 26th birthdays.
Because we know
it's a whole tribe of us. It's a lot of us.
We know a couple, oddly enough.
And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I don't know, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm feeling good. I hope y'all are feeling good too. That's it. March is out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, God for sure was like plotting on
August
26th. He said, like I just got to give him some greatness. It's been a minute, had a sprinkle a few days ago, maybe a couple months before, but gave him a go here and there. But August 26th,
that's a special one.
I got to give him a couple more. So, but yeah, I don't have much. Well, I know, we're gonna have a good birthday, whatever it is, in terms of like the content that comes out. So I hope you all tune into it. I don't know when it's gonna actually be live,
but it's coming.
Look for it. And yeah, we appreciate everyone that is tuning in I was gonna say day in and day out, but I guess week in and week out. And like I said, the only thing I want for my birthday is for you to like share or something, so please do that. But yeah, this is Benjamin. or else my next birthday is canceled. Yep, signing out.
Sign off that.